Welcome to the WJBM Outdoor Show, brought to you by Midwest Tractor Sales in Jerseyville. We're coming to you from the WJBM studios in Jerseyville, the voice of the Tri-Counties. I'm Aaron Quillen. I operate Monarch Rivers, where the mission is simple, kill big deer. And joining us today, return guy, a lot of lies are going to be told between the two of us, Mr. Cody Hanneken.
Nice to be here again.
Thanks for coming, man. Yeah,
Thank you.
Always love having you. So last time I think we talked about fishing.
Absolutely. Fishing in the tournament.
Yeah. Today we're going to talk about another one of your passions, something that you've told me about, but I still feel like there's so much to know.
There is a lot. I mean, we can talk for a week straight and you still won't get it all.
Yeah. So,
it's been a lifelong learning system of it.
I think we'll talk about it and see which is more appropriate, but we're basically going to talk about coon hunting, coon dogs.
Yep.
Primary. So I don't know what the main topic will become, but
yeah, I couldn't tell you either because it can jump around.
How'd you get into this?
I was probably 7, 8 years old. My dad always did it, my grandfather, and my dad just on a whim one day goes, "Let's get some coon dogs."
Okay.
So we went to a place down in Vandalia. We tried 2 dogs. He was only going to buy one, and we come home that night with both dogs.
Nice.
And I've never looked back.
Okay.
I mean, that's with all my hobbies and passions is always led from my father, pretty much. All my bad financial decisions come from my father. Gets me in expensive sports, and, well, now me and my kids and my wife do it. So.
Yeah. So what, man, there's so many questions I want to ask you. Is it like coyote hunting where you want to run multiple dogs, or are you better off focusing on one dog per hunting pair or person or gun?
Well, it just all depends. If you're in the competition world, you're going to want to find that one dog that works best for you and that does everything.
Okay.
Operates the best, trees all the coons, and just does 100% all the time.
Yeah.
Now, when I was younger and just running dogs for fun, we'd dump 5, 6, 7 dogs a night and just have fun.
Yeah.
And they'd most time be treed together. In today's world, I want a dog that I can dump with 10 dogs and it's going to be by itself every time.
Okay.
Maybe 1 out of 9 trees together with somebody else. But most of the time, I want them by themselves, deep, lonely, with the meat.
Okay.
So nowadays, yeah, I'll hunt 1 or 2 dogs, but most time it's by itself.
Okay. So do you have a particular breed that you favor?
I personally am tree and walker guy.
Okay.
That's the first dog I've ever had, and I stayed true to that brand.
Okay.
And I'm just a walker man.
Okay. And I know that there's a lot of different types out there. How many coon species are there?
For hound wise, there is 6 different hounds.
Okay.
You got the American Black and Tan.
Yep.
You got the Red Bone, Plot Dog, English Dog, Blue Tick. I think that was 6, maybe.
Okay.
Somewhere in there.
All right. So, and what's interesting is, I'm not familiar with all those species, but I know what a blue tick looks like.
Yep.
And I know that some of these other species don't look the same. So it's like these different looking dogs. Well, a walker and a blue tick don't really look that much alike.
They're not. English and a blue tick can look similar.
Okay.
But you'll always know the difference sometimes.
Okay.
Now, if you look at it, an English blue tick combined, like a whiter version of both, you're gonna be like, they look the same to me.
Okay.
Now, a Plot Dog, they're more dark, kind of like it reminds you of a chocolate or a black lab maybe, but they have bronze staples through them.
Okay.
And most of the dogs I've seen in Plot ways are very pretty. But to me, that's what my dad started me with was walkers. He's had black and tans, blue ticks. I think that was about it, and walker dogs. I don't think he had anything extraordinary after that.
Now, with the competition side of things, is breed important? Like, is it based off of breed in any way, shape, or form?
Somewhat, yes. There is big competition hunts that are favoring to black and tans, English, walker, there's stuff like that. Actually, in May there is a black and tan days where there'll be 400 or 500 dogs hit the woods all week in Florida.
All right.
It's 2.5 hours away. But it's welcome to all breeds. Now, there is a couple, I think maybe one night, it's breed Pacific. Only black dogs, black and tans can only be there.
Okay.
So, I've been down there hunting a few times. It's a good time down there. And, I mean, in the coon hunting world, you're not going to meet a nicer person.
Okay.
Until the stopwatch starts.
And
Then
the competition begins.
then it's over. I mean, there's still buddy, and then other times that I've talked to people on the tailgate for hours, and we hit the woods, and I'm like, "Who are you?"
Okay.
I've been that guy too, though. So I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen both sides of it.
Sometimes you got to compete. So one breed I didn't hear you mention is a mountain cur.
So there is mountain curs around, yeah. And actually, there's a local guy here in Jerseyville that has one, and what I've seen on the internet, it's been a really nice dog.
Okay.
We actually share some of the same hunting places. I've actually gone to pleasure hunt a couple times, and him or his dad's truck sitting there maybe. I'm like, all right, go to the next spot. No big deal. That's Andrew Bray and David. I know they have a nice dog, and they do a lot of winning. I think it's out in Indiana right now.
Okay.
But they do a lot of winning with it. But UKC don't recognize that dog as a breed.
See, that's what I'm getting at. Okay. Because it's interesting. Like, one, I think there's probably some dilution going on in cur.
There is somewhere down the line.
When we were, I went and did a hog hunt in Florida with my cousin, and man, these two dog handlers, they were the nicest guys, but I'm in the middle of the woods in Florida. When they were walking up, I heard banjos. They were the coolest guys, but they mentioned, what kind of dog? Oh, it's a cur.
Yep.
And it seemed like cur was kind of similar to mutt.
A lot of people in like Wyoming, Colorado, they do the mountain lion.
Yeah.
They'll run walker dogs and curs.
Okay.
Walker or any other coon hound has the stamina to keep up.
Yeah.
But I don't really know the deal with curs. I've drawn a couple curs in coon hunts, and they've looked really nice. They're just not common.
And again, I'm absolutely not a dog expert.
Right.
But I think, there's certainly a cur breed.
Yes.
But like in that south region,
yeah,
it seemed like it was more of a reference than a breed.
Very well could be.
So it almost was like a more distinguished way of saying.
Yeah, because I know there's like
there's
leopard curs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, they go, I'm sure, deeper into that, but that's not a question for me because I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Well, so we're so off topic, but Callie.
Yep.
My old dog.
Yep.
Coon hunting little girl, and she was fierce.
Yeah,
and
she looked like a plot dog too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
And she was a beagle pit bull mix.
Yeah.
And so she ended up just being a super athletic beagle with a nose. And it's like, I just wonder, when they're gone, you think about all the cool stuff you could have done.
Absolutely. Even we're here about coon hounds, but my black and tan, or my black lab, Cooper, he started so many of our pups on cage coons.
Really?
Yep, because he had a hatred for coons. He would tree them.
Yeah.
I never would take him hunting. My wife even said, we gotta take him hunting one night. I was like, yeah, that'd be cool. But no, that's our baby. He's not gonna get hurt before duck season or during duck season.
Right.
He's gonna stay home. He can start pups out in the driveway barking at him in a cage and go on.
Yeah.
Other than that, he's not gonna do it.
I love it.
Now that he's gone, I look back and I think, man, that would have been really cool. Just take him one time. Worst comes to worst, have somebody to talk to or pet laying on the log with me.
Right.
Waiting for my dog to get treated somewhere.
So this for you guys is a family affair.
Yes, absolutely.
And so as far as like, is that in the training, the competition, all the way through? How does that all come together for you?
It honestly, with me and my family, it starts from the beginning, and it still carries. Actually, just last weekend we went to a competition hunt up north, and My wife and my daughter stayed in the truck, and my boy walked with me through the cast the whole time. He's at the age now where he's getting through the woods really well at dark. He's not face planting as much.
Right.
there's still times that he might be on the ground more than he's on his feet, but he gets right back up and goes.
Oh, he loves it.
Yep. And all the guys that I drew out with up there are local. They come to my club, and I've gone to their places they hunt and their clubs, and they already knew. So it was awesome. We had a great time. It's always been a family thing for me. My dad always did it, and then he got where he couldn't hardly walk through the woods all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So he would take me to these hunts, and I would hunt. Come back, he'd sit in the truck, and for him, back then, we didn't have the Garmin's now. So he had no idea what my dog was doing. He just heard it. And if he couldn't hear it, he would drive closer to hear it. So then we get back to the truck, and he's always, well, you should have this. What do you have? And I'd be like, well, this is what I have. Oh, I thought you had more than that. No. And then there's other nights where he's like, what do you got, 200 plus? I'm like, no, there's 800 plus. Or the night I had 1,075 with rat. It was just like, you should have, what, 500-600 plus? I have 1,075 hunts over. You do what?
Wait. 1,075 coons?
No, 1,075 points.
Oh.
So in a competition, you go first strike through fourth strike if you have 4 dogs. So it's 100.
Okay, time out. What's a strike?
So your dog barks.
Okay.
You have a minute after you cut your dogs loose. You have 1 minute to strike your dogs. And then after your minute, you get 3 barks. And if no dog is called, the judge can minus whoever dog that is. But you have 100, 75, 50, 25 for strike.
So I think what I'm hearing is that at a competition, you want your dog to bark first.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So it barks when it hits a trail?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, there is dogs what we call babbling.
Yes.
They cut loose and they bark the whole time. Every time their foot hits the ground, they bark.
Yeah.
Most people don't like that in competition hunt because they're going to get first strike every time.
Yes.
The other person, the person with an honest strike dog, they say, go out there. And it sucks at times, but then people like me also, where all right, I'll get third or fourth strike, but my dog's still going to be treed by itself for 125.
Okay.
That's where you make up the ground.
All right. So your points are strikes, trees.
Yep.
What else?
That's it.
Okay.
I mean, you got circle if the tree's a den, like a home of a coon, or if it's slick, there's no coon, no hole, no nothing, you're minus whatever your strike and whatever your tree was. You get minus that.
Wow. So I think I just had
You opened a whole new can of worms.
Yes. All right. So when you're out so there's coon hunting, and then when they're not in season, you're just running dogs.
Just pleasure hunting.
Pleasure. Okay. So with that, they're tracking to the tree where the coons are expected to live.
Yes.
They're not necessarily finding a coon and treeing it.
They're finding their track and following their track to where they are now.
Okay, so the track is fresh enough.
Yes.
That they know that coon is in that tree right now.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Now, younger dogs, they can get screwed up and maybe run a track backwards.
Okay.
Coon came down and went away somewhere else, and then they run it that way, and they're like, oh, wait a minute. So they turn around and go back.
Okay.
I mean, it's just all part of the training situations and everything. But most of the time, yeah, your dog's running through the woods, picks a track up, and runs it to a tree. And where you hope the coon is at.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, let's take a quick break, hear from the sponsors, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the WJBM Outdoor Show, brought to you by Midwest Tractor Sales in Jerseyville. We're coming to you from the WJBM studios in Jerseyville, the voice of the Tri-Counties. I'm Aaron Quillen. I operate Monarch Rivers where the mission is simple: kill big deer. Those of you just joining, our guest, Cody Hanneken, and we are talking coons. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
All right. We talked a lot about competition and kind of how that is structured. Now, there's also kind of two other facets. One I want to get into next is just actually hunting.
Absolutely.
Right? So when does Raccoon go out?
February 15th.
Okay. So when does it open?
November 11th.
Okay. So that being said, when you're competing, obviously it's different because you're not shooting them.
Right.
But when you're hunting, you're probably not looking at it from the same perspective of, well, yeah, you want a strike right away.
Yep.
Which for anybody that just joined is basically when the dog barks, that's considered a strike.
Yep. You have to call your dog. You have to say your dog's name, strike.
Oh.
So, for instance, one of my dogs, Chase.
Yeah.
So when he opens, Chase struck, and then the judge will, okay, you went in for, just say 75.
Okay.
And then he'll pencil it in on the scorecard.
Gotcha.
So there's a judge or a scorecard. I mean, it's all legit.
So you have a judge following you the whole time.
Yeah. Sometimes hunting judges. Otherwise, there's hunts like $10,000 entry fees to hunt. Now, some of them will be non-hunting judge. So they got the timers, they got the scorecard, they got everything going for them.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about nothing but calling your dog.
Okay.
A lot of these local hunts and even bigger hunts I've been to, I've been stuck judging. So I have to worry about 3 other dogs in the cast, my dog, and writing everybody's scores down and keeping the time and everything on them.
Okay.
And it can get a handful.
Yeah.
First 5 times that I've done it, I'm like, holy cow, I was screwing things up. And then after a while, just second nature.
Right.
I can go most clubs around here, and I walk in, they're like, oh, you're judging tonight. Okay. Just another day.
Right.
Sometimes there'll be 2-3 trees in already before I write scores down.
Okay.
Because they're all stuck in my head all the time.
Yeah.
Of what the next person has. So I can get to that and beat them, if not already above them, but just stay above them.
Okay.
So it's always assets of something running through your mind.
Yeah. How far away do you kind of stay from the action when you're doing that?
It all depends. I mean, if the cast is in agreement that we can hear our dogs, I like to stay within 400 or 500 yards most time.
Okay.
But today, you might have a dog west almost a mile, 500 yards to a mile. You might have a dog east to, you just never really close sometimes.
Yeah.
So you got to stay in the middle. You got to meet in the middle with that. I mean, you're all staying there, split the difference between dogs, and give everybody in the cast a fighting chance of winning.
Okay. All right. So when you're hunting, like just actually out there for fun.
Yep.
And doing what you enjoy. Well, how's that different? What are kind of some of the differences, or how does that competition relate back to actually hunting?
So if I'm hunting a young dog personally, and I'm pleasure hunting, I want to still put it out there that, hey, you need to get in there, you need to get struck, you need to get treed. So I will maybe tone them on a Garmin a little bit to get them through the woods a little bit faster. If they start messing around or they're starting to run an older track, I'll tone them off of there.
Yeah.
Get them back, get them going on something fresh.
Okay.
So it's still work, regardless how I look at it. Now, if I'm hunting an older dog of mine, I let him go. I just, hey, you've done your job. Let's just have fun about it.
Yeah.
A dog that I've actually freshly retired last year in the competition worlds, I've won everything I could win besides a brand new truck.
All right. Nice.
So I just let him go. When we go, it's just me and him or the boy, we go, and he trees a coon during season, we'll shoot it out. I mean, let him have his rewards.
Yeah.
Because when I was pushing him hard, honestly, he's had 8 coons in his entire life.
Okay.
So last year, this past kill season, when we hunted him, but you've earned every one of them.
Right.
And we'll slim pick and we'll let her eat.
Yeah.
Type
yeah.
deal. So it's just on what dog you're hunting and how you want to do it. There's people that don't do it this way.
Okay.
There's people that let their dog do the work no matter how slow it takes or how long it takes. They let them finish a trail. A young dog, yes, you need to. But as it progresses, me personally, I'll bump them off on a Garmin, send them on, make them go harder.
Okay.
Sometimes it don't work. Sometimes the dog can't handle that. even a little tone, a little beep beep on the collar, they can't handle that, shuts down. There's dogs out there like that. Majority of them aren't. They're bred for go and just get treat.
Yeah. All right. Now the treat at the end.
Yep.
They get to gnaw on it a little bit, shake it. How does that? Because when we're tracking deer with Doug, when you get to that deer, it gnaws on that butt for a minute.
Yep. During season, absolutely.
Yeah.
When we shoot them out, they come down, and that dog's, especially now that the hides aren't worth nothing.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I was kind of let them chew on it a little bit, but man, I would sell all the hides at the end of the year and buy a pile of dog food for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And then that's what they ate all,
Right.
Which I'd run out eventually, but I still had a good amount of dog food for the summer months.
Yeah.
Now they're not worth nothing. I let them chew them completely up if they want. Just shred it. Especially a younger dog. Just let them get a taste for it and know what they're getting at the end.
But that's what they love.
Yep, exactly. That's what they're bred to do.
For, yeah.
Yep.
It's interesting. It's so with Ruben this year, just seeing a dog's instincts.
Oh yeah.
It's just crazy because that dog it's got a degree from Colorado State. That's the only thing that dog has for training, other than like tennis ball.
Yeah.
And to watch him figure it out and just do that really shows me it's in their DNA.
It is. It absolutely is. You just got to find it. You got to dig down deep sometimes and find it in that dog.
Okay.
And when you bring it out, it's like us. A light switch hits.
Yeah.
When you figure something out and you're like, hey, there it is. That's what the dog does. Actually, I just hunted a dog last night. It's a younger dog. And I'm waiting for that switch to hit. And yeah, he treated Coon last night. We had a good hunt last night. It was fun. But he treated Coon. And he was the first dog there. 2 other dogs came in and treated with him. And that little light switch hit a little bit last night, and he was so proud when I got there. I just pet him up real good. We went on, made another tree. It was a den tree. And I was like, all right, let's go. We'll just be done. It's like 10:30 at night. I want to be home. Got to get up early for work. So we called it last night pretty early. But when that dog actually officially switches, and he's a full tree coon, it's going to be hard for me to stay out of the woods.
Okay.
I want to keep going as much as possible.
Okay.
Until I know that dog is set and ready to go. And then I'll bring him to the world for coon hunts and see how we go.
Okay.
But
how does the walk back to the truck go? Right? So how do you tell them, good job, but that's enough for tonight? Because a dog's nature is not to,
they don't have the nature or pretty much the know-how to quit.
Right.
Most of the time, I think they can tell into your demeanor of how you're acting.
Yeah.
And I talk to my dogs a lot. There's times that you can talk stern to a dog, and they know more off of that than you go to maybe whoop on them a little bit and say, hey, you don't do this, and smack them.
Right.
Most time you don't even do that. You just talk to these dogs nowadays, and stern, they know.
Right.
I mean, they just kind of look at you like, oh, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And hey, we're done. We're going home.
Right. And
then we walk back to the truck, and once they know they're not getting cut loose again, they pretty much know where they're going. Yeah. And then they're thinking, hey, I could go home, food, water, and go back to bed.
Right. Go for a car ride.
Yep.
You're hunting with you. You're pretty good at communicating when your hunt is done.
Yeah.
I've had enough.
Yep. that's what I told my dogs to.
Yeah. All right. I like that.
I've had enough. Let's roll.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Okay. So then what's an ideal gun for coon hunting?
A light 22.
Okay.
Of the lightest gun you can get, because if you coon hunt with me, most time we're going to walk a while.
Yeah.
There's dogs I can take that we won't walk more than a couple hundred yards most times.
Okay.
But me personally, a 10-22 Ruger.
Okay.
With a scope, or actually, since my boy was able to shoot, I bought a cricket and we put a laser on it. So if he can't see the sights, we still got the laser. He'll turn the laser on and he'll knock coons out all day long with it.
Okay. So
even my daughter, she shot her first coon out a year ago. Awesome. With the laser. I said, just put the laser on it and pull the trigger. It took her a couple shots, but she did it, and she loves it. But
So aside from the laser, you're looking through iron sights.
On that cricket, yes. But on my
Okay.
1022, no, I have a scope.
Okay.
The scope's easy. Boom, it's right there.
Any particular scope that you like?
No. Something I'm not going to be mad about beating and scratching around the woods all night.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not
yeah.
putting no $300-$400 scope on it.
Just regular black non-illuminated crosshairs?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, because you got a bright coon light on your head. You hold it right in front of your gun. Beside your gun, you can see through that scope perfectly fine.
Okay. With with regard to, you mentioned the light, that kind of, why is it on a hard hat?
Not all of them are.
Okay.
There's soft caps. You can have soft caps like a ball cap with no liner.
Okay.
Which, to me, I don't like that because then you got a battery pack in the back of your head beating on it, and then you got your headlamp up there.
Okay. Pressure point almost.
I personally like a soft cap with a hard shell on the inside. More low profile.
Okay.
I've had hard hats and everything, and then for me, in a hard hat, you get on a real windy night, it sounds like it whistles in your head because it's blowing through like your hard hat down the blind.
Yes.
So on windy, on them Western Rivers, personally, it sounds like you have a wind tunnel and it's just right above you.
My ears are so big that just sound like that anyways.
I understand that. So I got to the point where I was taking it off and holding it under my arm.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found these soft caps with a shell in it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hear that wind no more.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little hot. You get sweaty up there, but it is what it is. It's coon hunting in the summer. You're going to get hot anyways.
Right. All right. So what other equipment? I mean, I guess boots are probably pretty important.
Yeah, boots, chaps. I mean, since I competition hunt, I got boots with sewed on chaps. They're like frog legs. You go up to your hips.
Oh, okay.
And stay.
Okay.
Somewhat dry sometimes.
Right. All right.
I used to always do snake proof because I always never knew where we'd end up.
Yeah.
But nowadays, I just do briar proof, waterproof, and go on.
Okay.
If I end up with rattlesnakes and water moccasins, well, probably wish I had different chaps, but it'd be all right.
Right. Right. All right. And any other equipment that's kind of essential?
Garmin.
Okay.
You got to know where that dog's at. There's still people out there today that don't run tracking system on their dogs.
Yeah.
I never was that way. I never did like not knowing where my dog was at, walking around the woods aimlessly, hoping to hear a dog.
Right. Right.
I've done that a few times. It's no fun in that at all.
Right.
Because especially it's our family to us.
Yeah.
It's your dog. So
yeah,
you don't like the feeling that you don't know where it's at. So I always run a Garmin. In a bigger hunt, I have been known here lately to run 2 collars.
Okay.
Just for the simple fact is, I like to have chances. If for some reason, one collar quits working, the other collar still picked up, I still have my dog.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So something that is interesting as I'm thinking about these really bright lights, a lot of guys that are big into monster buck hunting take up coon hunting.
Hate us.
What?
They hate us most of the time.
Well, we're going to get to that for sure. But some of these guys, and I'm not going to say their names, but they're household names that are big into deer hunting. They go coon hunting.
My neighbor does it.
And that helps them find where the big buck that they're hunting is.
I've seen it. I've coon hunted a field one night, the very next day, go out there and kill a deer. And in the same field.
Yes. But let's say you got a huge buck. You're trying to figure out where is he on the farm. And you go out coon hunting. And then the next thing you know,
there he is.
And you're like, oh, well, he's in this thicket. He's using this. And that's how some of these guys, it's kind of their secret sauce of, and they're not, I would not consider this cheating or poaching. They're not intentionally going out.
No.
There's nothing wrong. You can legally walk around the woods with a flashlight.
Absolutely.
But, that seems to be their secret sauce as to how they're, I guess, identifying and monitoring where the bucks are living.
Yep.
Which is kind of like a more of an archaic version of this, thermal drone stuff.
Well,
Right?
yeah, absolutely.
So
I've been coon hunting for 27 years.
Mm-hmm.
I've had dogs tree. We walk in. Oh, what's them eyes? Look over. Deer. Be bedded down, laying there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, deer normally ever over here. Then do whatever with coon. If it's season, we shoot it out. We go on. Deer still sitting there and we walk out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have been fortunate enough to find big deer where they've been staying, go in, hang a deer stand, and get a good opportunity at said deer.
Right.
The first time I actually did that, I found the deer. I was like, I want to go hunt that deer. I told my dad, I'm going to go in there and hang a stand tonight or this afternoon. He goes, well, we're actually in the field still too. He goes, as soon as we're done, we'll go about an hour early, hang that stand, and we'll finish the rest of the day. Okay. We did that and hung the stand. Next afternoon, I went to hunt it because we had a little bit of rain. Well, said opportunity, I whiffed very badly.
Yeah.
I misjudged the yardage. I had him 30. Well, no, he's about 28.
Yeah.
I had him at 30 and he was 38. And I shot right below him. So it didn't work out for me. But my father and even my cousins always got lucky like that. Go in there, get them. They were not missed opportunities for them.
Yeah, I mean, we all miss. I just sitting here and you talk about that whiff was making me think about the first time I went to a 3-pin from a 1-pin.
Yep.
That buck was like walking out. I made the last second switch to the middle pin because I figured he'd gone another 10 yards. Right over the back.
Yep.
Right into a freaking sapling. Yep.
That's what I did. I just went from the pin I should have had. I went down to my 30 pin instead of my 40.
All right. So let's touch on that deer hunters versus coon hunters thing.
Obviously, kill season is shut down the first 3 days of shotgun season.
Okay.
You cannot be in the woods coon hunting.
Makes sense.
So normally we're all about that. I don't care. And there's people around that get angry that you're in there coon hunting, even way before shotgun season and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You're ruining our deer hunting. You're ruining our deer hunting. Okay, understand. I'll stay out. That's most people do. I've been fortunate enough to, my family's got a lot of property and we've been able to hunt my whole life most of the time. Now that I don't live close enough to our family and I got some other permission I can hunt, some of them don't care one bit. They prefer me to be in there and get the deer up moving because there's something constantly in there pressuring them. A dog, a good coon hound, is not going to run your deer. I promise you that.
Right.
I've gotten videos. There's people all over this place that's videoed of treeing coons and deer be bedded down.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're not messing with the deer, you're not going to scare that deer out of there. Plain and simple. They're more worried about what is going on over there than being in harm. They're more curious than what's going on.
Yeah. I think we give deer a lot of credit for having like personalities and like critical thinking skills.
Yeah, because that's when we're out there trying to hunt them.
Right.
And they're not showing up. So they're like, well, what the heck?
Yeah. So we make up all these stories about why they're not there. And,
I do it all the time. And I know. I'm like, this is just pointless. But here I am.
Right. So to me, it seems like, I guess a big part of it is perception versus reality.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
If guys are coming in hunting and we were to say, oh, yeah, we're going to go run dogs through there.
Right.
The perception's going to be bad. But in all reality, if it was my own tract that I just hunt, I'd want to be out there.
And I do it a lot.
Yeah.
Ground that we own, I'll go coon hunt and then go sit in the deer stand the next morning. And I've killed very nice deer. And all of our family's done it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I quit deer hunting, or when I quit coon hunting out there, there's a lot of people that kind of got a little upset because we weren't killing the big deer anymore. We weren't keeping them moving. back to their bedding area. They were never probably leave their bedding area at times.
Mm-hmm.
So I went back in there coon hunting a few times. And then all of a sudden, my cousin started killing bigger deer again. I killed bigger deer. My dad, all of us started killing bigger deer again. And yeah, so people will be out there and be like, oh, you didn't have big deer that year. No, we had them all on camera. And we can sit there and look at them.
Yeah.
But we never would see them. They were nocturnal on us. Go in there and start pushing around, coon dog around, and bam, they're starting to show up on daylight now.
Yeah.
And they're like, bam, there's a picture over here. And then, oh, he's back over here now. So now he's traveling back and forth. Now you have a pinch point where you can hunt this deer. And that's when we started doing it again.
Now, do you think that, I mean, I think a deer would naturally recognize the difference between coyote yip and a strike
Absolutely.
from a coonhound.
Coonhounds, most of them got big, long, drawled out balls. Some are shorter, some are longer. And then a tree, it's steady.
Yeah.
Most dogs are steady tree dogs. Not like a coyote yipping or howling a couple times. A coon dog's just steady. It's going to keep going.
Mm-hmm. So I can understand why there's a big divide between coon and deer, because it looks like this big, coon and deer hunters. But it looks like this big, well, who's taking advantage of who?
Yep.
And
it's always been like a democracy type deal. But to me, I respect them. If you own that, you tell me to stay off, I respect you 100%. I have no problem with that. Now, being dog, if I'm hunting close, dogs don't read. They can't read no trespassing signs.
Right.
I've done it multiple times, cut loose. Probably a little closer than I should, maybe. Dog get in there, get treed on a property. They wanted me to stay out during deer season. I will walk in, grab my dog, and walk straight back out. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I cannot tell my dog, hey, whoa, stop.
Right.
And most of the time, when he's running a good track, I'm not looking at my Garmin to make sure he's staying where he needs to stay. Because that's the world's worst thing to do. Look at your Garmin on a dog that's running a good track and start toning it off because it's getting ready to cross the property line. Because you'll ruin a dog pretty quick that way.
Yeah.
Because you're going to start showing the dog, oh, no reward. Well, then why am I here running around in circles for you?
Right.
So, yes, it's double-edged sword on that situation. So,
yeah.
I'm a local boy, and anybody's listening to this, I could catch a little wrath over it. But this is my opinion, honestly. I have nothing against anything about it.
I think the common denominator is that dog inclined to run deer. And if that one bad apple ruins a whole bunch, right?
Absolutely.
A whole bushel. So you got dogs, you see people observe dogs running deer.
Yep.
And so now all of a sudden all dogs run deer, which obviously isn't true.
Anybody that competition coon hunts will not have a dog running deer all the time. I promise you.
It's
younger dog, when you're first starting it may jump a deer and be like, holy cow, what's that? Take off running it for a couple hundred yards and be like, okay, that's too fast. That's dumb. And then it realizes it and don't do it again.
Going back to Cali, that dog, Beagle, Pit, right? No retriever whatsoever. Took her snow goose hunting, shot a goose. She got all excited. She ran out there and she sniffed it.
Yeah.
She had no interest in picking up that bird.
No, but you shot. She wanted to know what happened.
Right. So if a coon dog is bred for that, knows that, he doesn't care about a deer.
Nope. Not one bit.
No. So we're going to take another break real quick, come back, and we're going to talk about some training. Welcome back to the WJBM Outdoor Show, brought to you by Midwest Tractor Sales in Jerseyville. We're coming to you from the WJBM studios in Jerseyville, the voice of the Tri-Counties. I'm Aaron Quillen. I operate Monarch Rivers, where the mission is simple: kill big deer. Cody Hanneken is our guest. We've been talking a lot about coon hunting and coon dogs. We were just talking about some of the different aspects of coon season and deer season overlapping. So that brings me into this question, Cody. How do you train a dog not to chase deer if they, in fact, have an incident where they do?
It's pretty simple. we have these Garmins.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like this, that you do that. But you can't chase down a dog running through the woods.
No.
Real easy.
Yeah.
They're a lot faster than you are running through that stuff.
Yes.
So you got this Garmin, and you got what they call shock training collar, pretty much.
Okay.
When because they're going to be on a straight line. When you know that dog's running trash, you shock it.
Mm-hmm.
And once it comes off, no matter how long it takes, you keep pushing that button until it's off of there. Most of the time, it's enough electricity hitting it, it don't want to do it again.
Okay.
My dad, back in the day, when we did it, we'd find a deer hide. We'd go to a processor, get a deer hide, we'd put it in a barrel. A lot more cruel that way. Put the dog in the barrel and shake it around a few times with the dog hide or with the deer hide in there. Now, there's people that roll them down hills and all kinds of stuff, and I never could get along with that because I was like, that's a lot on a dog.
Right. That's crazy because I always thought that was like a myth.
No. You take a big patch of deer hide or
deer legs is what I thought it was.
Or a possum. If you have a problem with possum, throw a dead one in the barrel, roll it down a hill or shake it around. And I've seen some stuff where, holy cow.
Yeah. Well, I think shock might be a little bit more effective.
Shocking was more because it's done and over with. You did it, it's done. You put it in a barrel, that's going to be traumatized for a dog.
Right.
They could see a barrel and just take off. You never know. So
right.
The electricity for a dog is a little easier. Now, I've always had the thing, my dad always told me, you got a shock collar you put it on your dog? I said, yep. He goes, okay. What's it feel like? I said, no idea. He goes, we're going to find out. And he made me hold it.
Ooh.
And first time, okay, it wasn't bad. I thought it was over with. So I'm walking across the yard, and Dad turns it all the way up and hits me. I'm still holding the prongs in my hand. I throw the thing. I'm like, whoa, okay, that one a little much. He goes, so you know a good number to stick with now, right? I said, yeah, somewhere between what you just did and lower.
Yeah.
I still remember that from this day. It was a house up by Carrollton, and I was walking across the yard to go get a dog, and he did that. I'm like, all right, we're going to stay about the middle.
That sounds pretty fair.
I know a good number now, so we'll stick it.
Right. So further training, you train and, you got a lot going on with these dogs. What are some of the things? So you train them for you.
Yes.
You don't train them available to the public.
No. Now I have hunted dogs for people that, hey, I got a crazy work schedule.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to hunt 4 or 5 nights a week anyways. They'll pay me to hunt their dog.
Okay.
Through the week and put nights on them. And I've done that a lot.
Okay.
Me personally, I like to start a pup, 3-4 months old, showed a couple live coons.
Yeah.
Play with it a little bit on a coon, try to get the bark at it in a cage, and then let it progress. When they start barking at it, really good, treeing it. When you tie the cold cage up in a tree, you go release the coon.
Yeah.
Let the dog run and hopefully tree that said coon. And then more and more you keep doing that. When the dog you feel like don't need that cage no more for a coon, you take it to the woods.
Okay.
With another dog running and treeing coons.
Okay.
And when they're steady treeing with the other dog, then it's time to single it out. Just me and you. That's where the single comes out.
Okay.
Me and you are going to go however many ever nights it takes. I might hunt you 20 nights. You ain't make a good tree yet. Well, time to go back to the drawing board. Let's go back to the other dog. Hunt you guys together. Get them going, pet them up, keep them entertained with it. And then once you feel like it's right again, go back, single it out. Make it tree its own coons all the time.
Okay.
And then when it's doing that steadily for a few months, then I'm ready to take it to town.
Okay.
For the coon hunts.
All right.
I've had dogs that just didn't make it.
Yeah.
You know, it was a pack dog. It wanted to be another dog tree its coon with it.
Yeah.
It didn't want to do it by itself. For me, you're going down the road because you're not my style of dog.
Right.
Other people like that. They like an action-packed dog. I can still have an action-packed dog tree by itself or tree with others. Whatever happens, happens. But for me, I want my dog to at least make a tree to 2 trees a night by itself in a hunt.
Okay.
So,
what is a good, with regard to what's the term for the off-season hunt? You know,
pleasure hunting.
Okay, so
just running
pleasure
dogs.
hunting, whether you're
dogs.
running dogs, okay, or actually hunting them during season.
Yep.
Okay, so when you're pleasure hunting, running dogs, what's the ideal target number of trees?
Depends if I got work or not.
Okay. Okay.
Like last night, we made 3 trees and went home.
Okay.
But I like to at least tree two.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if it's a coon in a den and a coon, but it's got to be two good trees.
Yep.
You can't walk in and be a slick, nothing there. We can't do that. We're not ending on a bad note. We're going to end on a coon or a legit den.
Okay.
So that's my way.
All right.
I try to do 2 through the week, regardless. A week ago, last Friday, actually, my wife had a 40-year anniversary for her company.
Yeah.
We got back about 9:30, 10 o'clock. I went hunting, and I didn't get home till 5 a.m.
Yeah.
She was sound asleep, and I'm walking in the door to take a shower and go to bed as my kids were getting up.
Right.
So, it just depends on what it is. A nice, cool night, I'll go and hunt. And I like a lot of trees. But there's other nights, well, it's not in the book, Make a couple and go home.
Is there a time of year where it gets too thick or too ticky to do this?
That's as soon as it gets hot.
Okay. All right. So this is more of a cool season.
It is. But for us competition hunters, we're out there still.
Okay.
We're out there 3-4 nights a week.
Okay.
Do we want to be? Most of us probably not. There's still some of them are just crazy enough that, I live for this every night, 5 nights a week.
Right.
Good for you because you're a different breed.
Right.
I'm still going to do it 2 to 3 nights a week. I will.
Okay.
There's a time, though, you're just like, it's more of a job.
Yeah.
And it is.
Right.
When it's 100 degrees outside and you can't go till 10, 11 o'clock at night. So I come home from work, take a good cat nap, get up, hunt for a while, home, shower, maybe get an hour of sleep, 2 hours of sleep, 3 hours if I'm lucky.
Okay.
And I go to work.
All right.
There's just a time of that weather.
Now, with regard to, how many dogs do you have?
I personally have five dogs right now.
Okay.
3 months ago, I was up to like 12.
Okay.
11 or 12.
All right. So you've bred them and sold them.
Yep. I do have 2 pups that are less than a year old.
Okay.
Out of one of my good dogs. I have a great bloodline.
Yeah.
So I kept 2 of them. I've been messing with them quite a bit.
Can you go into that a little bit on the bloodline?
So there was a dog it was Driveline. It was kind of a local dog from Manchester area up there.
Okay.
The dog won a bunch of freaking money, a bunch of hunts, and that dog was always a reproducer. I have a son out of him. He is 7 years old. Actually, he'll be 8 in August.
Okay.
And he's had the litter he has with 4 dogs out of it with a female of mine, me and a buddy owned together. We sold the female for a brood dog to guys got too much money.
Okay.
So I didn't want to sell her. My buddy, co-owner, he's like, we should sell her. We're done with her. We granited her, all that. I'm like, all right, whatever, sell her. Sold her for too much money. 2 of them dogs are doing really well. The other 2 are sitting in my kennel.
Okay.
Because I haven't wanted to push them so hard to burn them out at a young age.
Right.
The last litter of pups I had, I did that. I pushed too hard at 3-4 months old. I burned them out at about a year and a half old.
Okay.
They didn't want to hunt.
Okay.
They kind of shut down on me.
All right.
The guys gave him one too. It rebuilt the dog. It took a year and a half to rebuild it, pretty much. It's running and treeing coons, but it's nothing like it was.
Okay.
It trees 1-2 coons a night. He's happy. That might be 4 hours. I was pushing for 2-3 coons every hour.
Well, we're in March Madness right now.
Right.
And when do you want your team playing the best?
Right.
Right? You want them peaking right now.
Right.
So I'd imagine there's kind of something to that with dogs too.
There is. And my problem was knowing, hey, I need this dog going by October 1st.
Mm-hmm.
I have to have this dog where I can take it anywhere around the world and win a coon hunt. And it was going so good. It had me so excited. I pushed it and pushed it and pushed it. We were going 7 nights a week, 4 or 5 hours a night.
Right. But
And my problem was it got hurt.
you got hurt?
It got hurt.
Okay.
And I gave it a day.
Yeah.
I fed a bunch of pills, vet prescribed pills,
Yeah.
doxycycline and something else, and I kept going. I gave it one night off.
Yeah.
And I think I just kind of I did more damage to the dog than I should have. But it had me so excited, like, this is the next world beater. I'm going to do something with this dog, and I'm going to go until it's ready to go.
Well, there's those learning opportunities, but then there's also those opportunities where you're hypercritical on yourself. I feel the same way with deer hunting.
Exactly.
Right? Like, oh man, we didn't kill that buck. And it's like, well, that buck is obviously gotten that old for a reason.
Right.
You know, not that we didn't see it, not that we didn't have opportunities, but then I'm looking at it like, oh, we didn't kill that buck.
It's growing.
Sometimes it's like last chance. He's going to go down next year, possibly. But, you know, so it's kind of, I think we're kind of hypercritical on ourselves in those like instances where, you know, it means that much to you.
Oh, yeah.
And you want everything to go so well.
For an instant, you know me, and a lot of these viewers are going to know me very well.
Mm-hmm.
This dog had me so excited. There was a lot of missed duck hunts. Like, those weekends, I wouldn't go duck hunting because this dog had me out in the woods too long.
Right.
And I didn't even care. I'd get ready to go the next night. And that's how excited I was for this dog.
Mm-hmm.
So I did it to the dog personally. I personally ruined that dog.
To your standards.
To my standards, yes.
Right.
Not for a coon hunter standards. Not for a pleasure dog or a guy that wants to go out kill coons during season.
Yeah, they're probably like, this is the best dog I've ever seen.
The guy that has him does. He loves the dog.
Yeah.
He goes, it's perfect. They'll trim me 2 coons a night. We have a great time.
Mm-hmm.
I said, to me, that's not my standard dog. So yes, to me, I ruined that dog.
Yeah.
To him, the best dog that's ever walked the earth.
Okay.
So, but yes, to my standards, I did ruin that dog.
All
Whether
right.
I did, no, I didn't.
Okay. So,
It'd be a good dog for my kids to handle right now.
yeah.
But I don't have it, so.
Well, you got others. And then you had mentioned, we got about a minute, but you had mentioned potentially doing another round of breeding.
Absolutely. Anybody want to breed to that dog with a walker, I would.
Okay. You'd consider it?
Yep.
All right.
Because he's old enough now that we need more pups on the ground.
Okay. All right.
And the more, the better.
So if anybody listening wanted to inquire about that, should they contact you, your club?
They can contact me.
Your Facebook, your phone? How would you do
just
that?
Just Facebook.
Okay.
I'll see it.
All right. So Cody Hanneken.
Yep.
And I guess the spelling will be right on the YouTube or the Facebook.
I mean, it should be.
Yeah. Check the
know.
WJBM Facebook. All right. Well, thanks, man.
Yep, thank you for having me.
Yeah. My pleasure. Educational. I know we just scratched the surface too.
Yeah, we barely got into that.
But there's it's just this whole world it's kind of underground these days.
It is. There's not a lot of people doing it anymore.
Yeah.
There's a lot more than you think, but there's not in the same way.
I kind of get that that vibe when talking to coon hunters. They're just, yep.
We don't tell you much.
Yeah.
Kind of like somebody got a big deer.
Right. Well, thank you for sharing today, man.
Thank you.